Hey everyone, I'm Stefanie Mullen from RampantDesignTools.com, and today I'm going to talk all about Rampant's lower thirds for the masses and show you a few techniques that will get you up and running and allow you to get the most out of your lower thirds in Premiere Pro. Now before I start, if you are not familiar with Rampant's lower thirds, head on over to RampantDesignTools.com and click on the lower thirds in the product list. Here you will see all the lower third packs offered from Rampant. There are so many unique and affordable lower thirds for you to add to your video today. Now I want to point out that these lower thirds can be used in any version of Premiere. So if you're using CS6, you can use these lower thirds. And if you're running the latest Premiere CC, you can also use the lower thirds. I will be using CC 2019, but again, these can be used in any version. All right, let's jump back over to Premiere and get started using the lower thirds. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you the following things. I'm going to show you what makes the Rampant lower thirds unique from other lower thirds out there. I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily change the color, how to add simple text to your lower thirds, how to use a matte to reveal your text, and then how to add movement to your lower third to add a bit of flair. Okay, let's start with the lower thirds. What makes these so different from other lower thirds you can get on other sites? First, you get HD and 4K versions, so no matter what size project you are working in, these will work for you. Second, the lower thirds come with separate parts so you can easily remove or keep certain parts of the lower third that you like. Third, the lower thirds come in black or white. This allows you to easily change the color to whatever you like and whatever taste you need. The last thing that makes these lower thirds so great is that they are MOV files. Why is that so great? Because you can take these with you no matter what editing software you're using. Working in Premiere today, but next week your company changes to another software? No worries, your lower thirds will be right there to use whenever you need them. All right, now let's talk about how to use the lower thirds in Premiere. And first I want to talk about the actual files. I want to pull them up really fast. And you will see here I've got 4 packs, and these are how the lower thirds come. So if I double click on here, you will see there's a 4K and an HD version. I'm going to go ahead and double click on there again. And now you will see that these all come in parts. All right, you'll see that's Rampant Third Pack 1, 4K, 01 Part 4, 01 Part 5, 6, there's 2, 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Okay, these are going to help with the pieces when we pull them into Premiere. How do we do that? Well, all we're going to do, I already have my project open here. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to grab the whole Rampant Lower Thirds Pack 1. I'm going to drag it and drop it right in my project. And there you go. You will see the lower thirds have already imported. It's that easy. Now I am working in an HD timeline, but you can work in an HD timeline and still use the 4K product. You can use the 4K size, which just means it'll be bigger, so you can scale it down. That gives you a little bit more flexibility. Or you can use the HD size, which is basically the native lower third size. So let's go ahead and start adding and using these new lower thirds. I'm going to use the HD, so I'm going to double click on this and open up all the parts. Now if you see all of your lower thirds like this, I like to see them in a list version because I can't really see the title unless I hover over it. So I click right here to the list view. Now I can see all of the parts. Okay, and you'll see here's 01, it has 6 parts here. Here's 2, it has 3 parts. Part 3 has 3 parts, and then Part 4 has 3 parts as well. All right, so how do we add these to our Premiere project? All we're going to do, I'm just going to grab number 3 here. I'm going to highlight all the parts. All right, so there's one, part 1 through 4 right there. I'm going to drag them to my timeline and drop them in. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to stack these pieces on top of each other just like that. Now, if I roll this back, there's my lower third. Super easy to use, super easy to put into your project. Okay? Now, what makes these lower thirds so awesome is that I can turn these on and off depending on how I want to use them. If I don't like this flare right here, I can turn it off. If I don't like this flare right here, I can turn that off. If I don't like this layer on top, turn that off too. All right, so you have ultimate flexibility on your lower thirds. Use as many or as few pieces that you want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and turn back all these back on. So this is our project right now. All right, that was super easy. Now let's go ahead and work on another one, and we're going to add color. I'm going to show you how easy the color is. So I'm going to go ahead and grab number 2. I'm going to just grab these 3 parts. Remember, drag them over, drop them on your project, and then just stack them up and line them up just like that. So this is our lower third. All right, you'll see there's a bokeh layer right here. I think that's on, we'll find it. And here's the bokeh. All right, so you have all these layers. So let's go ahead and add a color tint to this. To add, because these are white and black, you can add a tint. You're going to find your tint in your effects panel. And you can type in the word TINT, and the tint will come up. And we're just going to drag that to all the layers, just like this. I'm just going to make sure I have all of my layers lining up. There we go. So now all of our tints are in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find out what layer this is. So this is the bokeh layer. Let's do the top layer first. We're going to come over here to our effect controls and change our map white 2 to whatever color we want. Maybe we want it to be a pink color. All right, perfect, easy. Let's do the same for the bottom one. Go up to our effect controls and change the white. Maybe we'll do a mint green color. All right, that is so easy. And then we can do the bokeh color inside here. Maybe we want this to be sort of a beigey yellow. Okay, so that's how easy it is to add color. Now, if these were black, if we went back here to these effects right here, you're going to still add the tint. I'm going to add a tint down here. And instead of doing the white, you're going to just do the black, and you're going to do the same thing. So we want this to be blue. Okay, so then you'll see that the blue, whatever was black, is now going to be the blue, and it's going to go to the white. You can actually change the white to something else as well, like that. All right, so you have a lot of room to play. I love how that works. Let's go back over here. Another thing we can do with the colors, we can change the blend modes. Maybe we want the bokehs to be a little bit more blended with our footage. So we can go to our blend mode right here and change it to overlay. See how that went in there? That's pretty nice. And if you want to change the opacity of your layer, you can do that as well. Click on your layer that you want to change the opacity, go back to your effect controls, make sure you turn off the stopwatch right here, and then you can dial that down wherever you want it to be. Okay, I'm going to leave that back. And that's how easy it is to add color. Let's roll that back through. And there you go. All right, so now we've got the color on there. Now let's talk about adding text. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways to reveal your text. So we're going to come over here to a new example. And I'm going to go back to my lower thirds, and I'm going to go ahead and let's just grab number 4. We haven't used that one yet. Drag it over, remember, drop it on, move this over, and then stack them up, and then put them all together. So here's our lower third. All right, that's beautiful. Remember, again, if you don't like the flare, turn it off. If you don't like this layer, turn it off. If you don't like this layer, you can turn it off. I love that. Let's go ahead and add color first. So let's go back to our effects panel. We have the tint already showing. I'm going to drag it here. And now we're going to grab this one, and we're going to say turn the white. Let's do like a blue. All right, that's pretty cool. And then do the black. We'll do let's do a lighter color. Let's actually do a darker blue. So you can play with these if you want. Let's reverse this. Let's do a dark blue up there and then do a light blue down here. That's kind of nice. All right. I love that. And then let's do the tint on this layer. We're going to do white, and we're going to do a lighter blue. All right. So here so far what we have. All right, that's the first part that's done. So let's talk about text. Now in this Premiere, I'm using Premiere CC 2019. The title tool is right here. It's called the type tool. If you are using a different Premiere, you might have the legacy title tool. Wherever your title tool is located, pull that up and create a title. So we're going to type in, I don't know, like Rampant Financial. All right, oops, can't type. There we go, Rampant Financial. You can adjust the font and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and adjust the font, adjust the size. Let's center it, and let's move it up. So we want this to be in the position that we want it to be in. So that looks pretty good. Let's extend that out so it matches our lower third. Maybe we want it to be a little bit smaller. So let's go ahead and make that down a little bit. And then back to center. Okay. So there's our first title, Rampant Financial, and then we want a title on the bottom as well. So let's go ahead and put another second title, make another one, and then we have your needs covered. And then again, we're going to change the font and center it and move it down, and then we're definitely going to make this smaller and center again. All right, so now we have this. Let's extend the text out and roll it back. All right, so there's what we have. very nice title. I love the way it looks. Okay, so how do we reveal this? Well, like I said, there's going to be two different ways you're going to do this. The first I'm going to show you is an opacity fade. So it's basically just a fade up, which is really simple. To do that, all we're going to do is we're going to come here where we're going to move our cursor for the title 1. So we're talking about the Rampant Financial. We're going to move our cursor until the entire lower third is showing. And we're going to mark that as 0. So the opacity here, we're going to put at 0. Okay. And it's going to put a little mark here. And then we're going to go forward a few spaces and we're going to say 100%. So here's what we have. 2 keyframes. So easy. Boom. All right. There's title number 1. Now we have to do the same thing for title number 2. So let's find out where the lower third for this title ends. So right there. So we're going to say that's going to be 0. It's going to make it, you'll see right here, there'll be a keyframe. Then move ahead a couple frames and put in the number 100. Now we roll this back. See that? That is beautiful. I'm going to show you again. I'm going to play it through. All right, see how easy that was? A 2 keyframe opacity fade. It's so easy, so simple, and it looks wonderful. Now, if you want to reposition this, all you're going to do is you're going to nest it. Let me do one more thing. I'm going to copy all these because I'm going to show you, but I'm going to move it over here. And then, so if reposition, grab all your titles, nest them, and then reposition it down to the bottom. Okay, so there you go. There's your fade on. Boom. Super, super easy. Now the last technique I want to show you is called a track matte reveal. So what we're going to do is basically, here's our thing. Here's our lower third. When this shape comes down, we want this shape to reveal our text. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all these opacity changes on both of the titles. Okay. So now we're back to where we were. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to have a space in between our titles here. So I'm just going to move that up one layer like that. Now all we need to do is we're going to copy for Rampant Financial, we're going to copy this dark blue box. Which one is that? Well, it's easy to find out. There it is. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to hold down Alt and I'm going to drag up a copy right above Rampant Financial. So now you won't be able to see Rampant Financial because it's being covered by this lower third box right here. So how do we make it shown? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to our effects panel and I'm going to type in the word track and you're going to see the track matte key. We're going to drag this track matte key to the title, not your lower third, to your title, drop it on there, and then go over to your effect controls and tell the track matte that your lower third is sitting on layer 7. Now watch what happens. You ready? Do you see that? Do you see how it reveals? I'll make it go frame by frame. Right there, see? Okay, super, super easy. Let's do the same thing with this bottom box, which is right here. So grab that, select it, hold down Alt and drag up and make a copy. And I think I need to make this a little bit longer. There you go. All right, now we have this up here. So now we have to add a track matte to our pink title layer right here. Grab your track matte key, drag it over to your title, drop it on, and now tell your title over here in the effect controls where this lower third is sitting. It's on 9. And now here we go. So let's play it through. Did you see that? I'll go slow. All right. So our first title is revealing Rampant Financial. We have your needs covered. All right. That is beautiful. Again, if you want to reposition this, just grab everything, put it in a nest, and then move your nest down. All right. And rewind that. Okay, so there you go. There's 2 different ways to quickly and easily make your lower third stand out. You have a fade on technique there. Now you will have to, if you let your lower third go to the end here, you will have to put on another opacity. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, to make this fade out, we're going to have to go inside our nest. And here we can do our work with our opacity. We want the opacity here of we have your needs covered right here. So let's go ahead and put that as a 0. It's going to add another keyframe. And then what we're going to do is walk back a little bit and put in 100. Okay, so it'll look like this. Okay, and we do the same thing on the top, right as it starts to move right there. So we want it to be a 0 there. So grab this one, put another keyframe, 0, and then walk it back a few places to 100. All right, so this is what we have. Let's go back here. This is what we have for our entire title. There you go. All right, so if you want that to, on this one, it will automatically do the, it's all track matted, so it will automatically be removed when your track mat is removed at the same time. All right, the very last example I want to show you is I want to show you how to add a little bit more animation to give your lower thirds a little bit more flair, a little bit more life. So we're going to build this all again. I'm going to go back to my bin with my lower thirds. I'm going to go ahead and select number 1 because we haven't used that yet. Now there are 6 parts on this one. So I'm going to drag all those parts in. Again, we're going to stack them all up on top of our footage like this. All right, so all of our pieces are here. Here's what our lower third looks like. All right, super cool. I love that. Now, when you put these pieces in, you will find that some of these pieces should be on top. So, for example, like this piece should be on top and this piece should be on top, which it looks like it is. If it's not, you're going to have to rearrange your layers so that they are on top, or if you want them to be on the bottom. Again, this is versatility. You make your lower thirds look however you want them to look. So let's go ahead and add some tint to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all the layers, go to my effects panel, type in the word tint if it's not already there, drag my tint to all these layers. Now there's a tint on everything, and I'm going to start adding. So let's see, let's start with this layer first, and I'm going to actually move these layers around so that this one's on top. And we're going to add this. Let's do like a green, let's do like a greenish color. And let's, on the bottom, let's put another color. Maybe we'll do another green. Maybe we'll do on this one, it'll be a little bit bluer. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then let's add some colors to these little doodads on the sides. All right, very nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this exact color, copy the hex code, and so it matches like that. All right, I'm gonna leave these white behind here, these little pieces right here, these little shadows. So now we have this, which looks great. I'm actually gonna change this from green to probably a bluish color. Let's just change it to a blue. There we go. That looks so much better. All right, so, and just make this a little darker. Okay, there we go. So now we have these really cool, this really cool lower third coming across. It looks very superhero-ish. I love that. So let's go ahead and add some titles here. So let's go up here and say, actually, let's call this Superhero Training Camp. All right. And we're going to go put this in a bold and spell this correctly. There we go. And we're going to move it down, center it, and move it down so it fits inside of our lower third. There we go. And let's go ahead and make another lower third on the bottom one. And say right here, training starts, or we'll say join our classes today. All right. And let's change the font again, and then let's center it and make it smaller so it fits inside that space. And let's make it a little bit classes filling up. All right, so there's our lower third. Let's center that. All right, so now here's what we have. So let's extend these both out to fit our lower third. All right, beautiful. I love that. Let's do, let's move the joy. Let's move this down just a little bit. There we go. Oh. There we go. All right, so now we have Superhero Training Camp. Join our classes today. Hurry, classes filling up. I love this. All right, so first of all, we want our, let's make our, what kind of reveal should we do? Should we do the matte reveal? Let's do the matte reveal. I like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a matte on. So remember, put these layers up. And then you're going to find the layer that this is the box. So this is, which one was that? All right, so this one's going to be join our, make this bigger. All right, join, so hold down Alt, drag this above, join our, here you shouldn't see the join our thing, any join our group. So here you go, track mat, add a track mat, and then tell the track mat that we're on layer V11. Okay, so now when we pull this across, just like that. Okay, so the same thing with the top. Let's find that box, which is right here. So hold down Alt, drag up, make a copy, and then let's add a track mat key to our text and tell our track mat that our lower third is on V9. So now we have this. I'll go slow. Superhero training camp. Okay, so that's easy. That's easy peasy. Super, super easy. All right, now what I was talking about, adding your animation to make it a little bit more flary, give it a little bit more spice. What if I wanted to pull these apart? So how they come in like this. When they're finished their animation, what if I wanted to pull them apart? Well, that's what I'm going to show you how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two groups. I'm going to take this, join our classes today. I'm going to pull that up a little bit. Now we are going to lose our track mat, but don't worry about that. I'm going to pull that up here, and I need to find the rest of these objects for the bottom. So I have to find this one, this box here, which is right here. Yep. So we're going to pull that one up right here, and we need to find, I believe, let's see if we can find that shadow. It's this one. And we have to find that other piece, this doodad thing here. All right, there's our doodad right here. So we're going to pull that up, and I actually need to put this one above. All right. So now we have this whole group here is going to be the bottom. And again, we can make our track mat, tell our track mat that our mat's now on layer 14. No big deal. There it is. So now we have this all by itself. Okay, and we have this group down here all by itself. Again, I need to tell this that the track mat is now on video layer 7. Everything's still the same. It looks the same. So if I rewind this, everything acts exactly the same. All right, perfect. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to nest this. So nest, say okay, and I'm going to nest this and say okay. Again, we still have the exact same animation going. If I go back through this, you will see. Okay, the same exact animation. But now what I want to do is I want to take this top layer, which is not that one. Let's move these around. All right, I want to take this top layer. Let's put these down here. And I want to move it apart. So it comes in like this. So it comes in from the left side, or the right side going to the left. So let's keep it moving to the left. How do we do that? Well, when it stops here, the animation, I'm going to take this whole thing, I'm going to put a keyframe here on the position. So I'm going to say mark this, and then I'm going to say I want it to keep going. So if I want it just to go to the end, maybe we'll just take it to here. We won't have this finalized. We'll just shorten this up. Maybe by here, I want this to be this way. Nope, not that one, X. Okay, so watch what happens now. Let me bring this across. See how it's moving? All right, so we did that one on that side. Let's do the same thing on this one, except let's do it at the exact same time. So let's go back to this keyframe, click on our bottom layer, add a keyframe there, click on our top layer again. We're just trying to place our keyframes at the exact same spot. Go back down, and this time instead of going towards, we want this one to keep going to the right. So we're going to do our X and just go all over it like this. Okay, I'm going to save that, and I'm going to rewind this and watch how cool this looks. See that? It's giving your lower third just a little bit of life, and I love, love, love the way that looks. Okay, so that's just a little extra pro tip there. And then if you want to move that down, you can always nest it again and move it back to the bottom of the screen. So again, I'll play that through. I love the way that looks. And that's it. That's the whole tutorial. That's how to get the most out of your lower thirds from the Rampant Lower Thirds for the masses. First, I've shown you the versatility of doing all the layers, having the layers separate so you can turn them on and off whenever you want. You easily add color using a tint to the black or white versions of your lower thirds. And then you can use overlay, fade reveal, or use a track matte to reveal your text. And then you can add some extra animation to give your lower thirds a little bit of life, a little bit more, a little advanced flair. Okay, and that's it. These are super, super easy, super, super versatile. I hope you really enjoy them. I love working with these. They're really, really fun. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, go ahead and give it a thumbs up down there. Make sure you share with your friends. Once again, this is Stefanie Mullen with RampantDesignTools.com. Thanks so much for watching.